Hi, so I wanted to hop in and talk to you about your student portfolio project, which will be your last project that you turn in. So we don't have a final exam, but we do have an amazing project that I think will be very helpful and beneficial for you going forward. So we will go here to our assignments. And here we have our final student portfolio, which is going to be due on December the 18th. So we have approximately about 3 months to get this done. So the purpose of the final student portfolio is for you to engage in real life personal finance activities that's going to help demonstrate your understanding of the concepts covered in the course. So there are three main parts to this project. The first is you're going to create a list of chapter items that you're choosing to do your project on, and we'll see the ones that you're able to pick from in just a second. And so the point value for that is 30 points. Your entire project is going to be worth 225 points. Then you have chapter activities and details. That's part 2. So you have chapters 5 through 15. You're going to have to pick 2 activities from each, and you're actually going to have to go through those activities and complete. And then you have reflection paper. So you're going to have to pick 3 chapters that you completed and do a reflection paper on each chapter. So part 1, you'll create a list of the activities you selected with a brief explanation as to why you chose these items. Now you can do this in Word, you can do this in Excel, you can do it in Google Sheets, Google Docs, as long as you download it and upload it to the activities. And so then you will be able to pick items from each of the chapters that you're going to perform. So when you're picking the items, I want them to really be relevant to you. So use some of the questions like, what concepts in the chapter do I want to know more about? How can I improve my personal finances? And then with the reflection paper, you're going to choose 3 chapters that you want to focus your reflection paper on. So after you complete the modules from the 3 chapters you chose, you're going to write a 1-page paper describing your experience in completing the exercise. So ask yourself the questions, what did I learn by doing these exercises? How can I apply what I learned from this activity to my life? And so I recommend as you're going through these that you really take notes about what you're learning as you're doing these activities. And so those 3 reflection papers will be worth 10 points each. And so this is a massive project. So I would recommend as you're going through the chapters to do a little bit at a time. So how do I start? So you first go through each chapter, so chapter 5 through 15, and you pick 2 of the items from this list. So chapter 5, I want to do, so explore one of the money sites on page 150 and give an overview of that. I can either download and use one of the apps on page 163. I can complete a 1-page paper after reading Turning Bad Habits into Good Ones, or I can complete on the net exercises, which are found in the back of your book, and you must complete all 3 of these. So let's take a look at that. Give me 1 second, we'll pull that up. So let's go to our book. So chapter 5, I'm going to pick 2. So let's first go to our book. So I can either go to on the money site, excuse me, excuse me, on page 150. So this is chapter 5. And I know our chapters are a little weird when it comes to our ebook. So this is one of the exercises, turning bad habits into good ones. And so right here, it says complete a one-page paper after reading Turning Bad Habits into Good Ones. And so identify what bad habits you have and discuss how you would turn these into good ones. So maybe you choose that one, and then maybe you also choose on page 150, there are some websites that you can use to manage your money right here. So maybe you choose this one. And so for this one, it is actually saying explore one of the money websites and give an overview of this site. So I am going to choose this one and this one. And so what I am going to do is I'm going to just go into Word. So this is part 1. So for chapter 5, I'm going to choose explore one of the money sites and complete a one-page paper. And then I am going to say why I chose these two. And so and then the other one, so those are the two that I picked from chapter 5. Then I go and pick 2 more from chapter 6. So you're going to pick 2 from each chapter. And then again, I will go and say why the 2 that I chose from chapter 6 and why I chose those. So notice that so for here, it's be your own personal finance manager, PFM, or on the net. These are found in the back of your book. So at the end of each chapter, we'll go to our table of contents. And so if you want to go directly to those, be your own personal finance manager or on the net, and you can pull these activities up to see if you want to choose these. So again, you pick 2 from each chapter. So you have chapter 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there are 11 chapters, and you have to pick 2 from each chapter to complete. and you have to let me know which ones you are choosing. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Again, I recommend that you get started now because you have quite a bit of content. So I would recommend after each chapter, choose the two and begin working on those. So like for this on the net, all these are small exercises, so you must do all three of them to get credit. So that is your portfolio. It is designed to be able to use in the future during your life to say, hey, I've studied this. What can let me pull out my portfolio and see the information that I found. All right, I'll see you soon.